We're here at Breakfast with Bob at Triathlete Park, and we are at Challenge Roth, the 12th edition of Challenge Roth, and with us, two-time champion and one of the few women who has gone, I think there's only 4 women who have gone under 9 hours in an Ironman distance race. And Yvonne van Vlerken joins us. Yvonne, how are you? You're looking wonderful.
Thank you very much, Bob. I'm very happy to be back here in Roth. It's one of my favorite races in the world, so it's really good to be back here. And of course, sitting here with you.
Of course. So, but you have not, but you won this 2 years in a row and went 8:45, something like that here. But you haven't been back since because you've been in Frankfurt. What is it about this race that you like in this whole area?
Challenge Roth is hard to describe in words. It's just very familiar. A lot of challenge races, they're very well known among the pro athletes as well as all the other athletes. They're just, the whole community is just very, back to the roots, you know? It's just very familiar and very friendly and just all relaxed,
And you stay with the same homestay, and not just when you're here for the race, but you'll come and stay with them if you're just in the area.
Yeah, I lived with my homestay here for the first time in 2007. We met each other on the bike course here when I was checking out the course, and since then we've been very close friends, and our relationship has grown in the last years. And even when I wasn't racing here, I was still visiting them, and it's really nice to be back here and now really racing as well.
So you brought a friend.
Yes, my lion.
Your lion. You've got 2 of these guys, right?
Yes. So this lion, this is the flag of the state of Bayern.
Yeah.
And you get it from the prime minister when you win this race. So only the winner with the girls and the guys get this lion. I got one in 2007. This is the 2007 one. And you have one, and I have another one for 2008. And I would really like to have a third one.
So speaking of that, you've got Caroline Steffen here. Who else do you see? Joanna Lawn, who obviously has been doing this a long time. The women's field seems like it's pretty deep.
I think the women field Challenge Roth is always very strong. So I think in the end on Sunday there are like 5 girls that will go for the win. That's of course Caroline Steffen, Sonja Thijsig, Julia Geyer, Joanna Lawn, and myself. Of course there are other good girls. But this is a very, very fast race, and I know the course blind, so I think I'm a good person to have a good overview who will be able to win this race. And I think that's one of that 5 girls,
So when you won this, and I'm not sure if it was 07 or 08, but it was the worst conditions they have ever had here.
2008.
2008, pouring, cold, all of that.
Dutch weather.
Dutch weather. So you like that? Or you deal with it?
I just spoke to Felix again, and he remembers that race as one of the clearest in his mind. It was just the most horrible circumstances you can imagine. It was just bad. And I woke up like at 3, and I could hear the rain coming down, and it was just so bad. And the pouring rain, it rained cats and dogs the whole day. I even remembered that I was riding on the bike course, and the water was like that high on the road, and you could see it at my bike time. My bike time was like 5 minutes slower than the year before. Yeah, it's really slowed you down.
So you just seem, I've seen you at Kona. You just seem a lot more confident right now. You just seem a lot more, just very self-assured. What's happened with you? And your coach is Siri Lindley. You had a breakup with your boyfriend, and you spent a year and a half basically being on your own.
Yes.
But you seem like a lot more confident woman. Is that right?
Yeah, I think I've been racing for 13 years now. And since my last race here in 2008, a lot of things have changed. And I grew as a person, as an athlete as well. I really changed a lot. And of course, my switch to Siri Lindley last year, February, I think was one of the best things that I could have done.
Yeah.
My former boyfriend, Thomas Fona, he contacted Siri to please take me in her squad and try to get me back on track, because the last 2 years were really not good, 2011 and 2012.
Why do you think? What was it? Were you just flat, you think?
I wasn't flat, but I think I lost, it sounds stupid to say, I really lost the joy in racing. I did train every single day and I always loved training, but I didn't have those goosebumps, that fire in my belly. And I just...
Did it become a job? Almost
It
get
was
to
it was getting a job, and that's not good, you know.
No.
And now I just fell in love again. It sounds stupid, but
Not at
being
all.
alone on yourself for a year and a half, I got like kind of fell in love with myself, and I just was so satisfied with being on my own and doing everything on my own on those two tiny feet. And I'm just very proud and what I have accomplished. And of course, Siri has contributed big time to get me back where I should be, because
Right.
I should be racing in the front, and at every race I should be able to fight for the win, you know.
Right.
I think I'm a good athlete, but I wasn't in 2011-12. I just got off my path and lost myself, and I now found myself back.
So what does Siri bring to the table? I mean, well, how does she change? Is it that much different in training, or is it more of a mental thing?
I think the training is way more specific. So every single training I do, I'm like, I know why I'm doing it, and it has a certain goal, that
Yes.
training. And I think the whole training thing, how she does it and how she gives it, is just totally perfect for me and my body. I just react like so good on it. And Siri is just a wonderful person. And as a coach, I think she's one of the best coaches in the world. And
No
it will
question.
be amazing in Kona because I think Siri will need a holiday after, because she will have Leanne the Cave.
Yes.
She will.
Miranda, I heard
Miranda Carfrae is back with Siri. That's the most cleverest thing that she could have done.
Yes.
Then there's Beck Keats, and then there's Amanda Stevens, and then there's that little Dutch girl here. So she has 5 rockets. And wouldn't that be amazing to have 5 athletes of yourself on the
Yes.
stage? We could be.
Is that hard, though, when you guys, and I'm assuming there's some training camps where you're together, where some of the folks are together, maybe not. Is it hard to have, you have a coach, but she also has a number of people who want the same thing that you want?
For me, I think it's a little different than for the others, because my biggest markets, and of course, my whole life is here in Europe.
Right.
So I do have daily contact with Siri, but I don't race that much races that the other ones are racing.
Gotcha.
And I only go to training camp maybe like once a year that I see the others. So I'm more like, I like to do stuff on my own. I train a lot on my own as
Right.
well. And so it's no problem at all, actually. And we cheer for each other, and it's just like a big family, actually. Yeah.
So when I look at, you've seemed like the type of person who pretty much plans her season in the past and stays with that plan. And then this year, when all of a sudden it's like, oh, I've got Ironman Cozumel coming up, I'll just jump in and do Ironman Florida, because you really had no plan to do Florida, right? As a last minute impulsive, I don't think last minute and impulsive and connect that with you. I think of you as planned out.
Yeah, I'm very planned. I'm sometimes over planned.
Yes.
Like, I'm very freaky with that. I want to do everything exactly how I planned it. It was like that. I trained in Santa Monica for weeks and weeks, and we rode a lot of mountains.
Yeah.
Siri let us ride a lot of mountains, and I was afraid. As a Dutch person, I have ridden a million kilometers on my bike on the flat, and I was afraid for Cozumel, because it's flat and windy, that I wouldn't have the speed on the flats
Right.
for that race. So then I saw that Ironman Florida was 3 weeks before, and I felt so amazing in training. My splits were just awesome, and I felt so good. So I had planned Ironman 70.3 Austin, and it was 6 days before Ironman Florida. And then I looked at the planes, and I saw it's just a little hop over. So I did Ironman 70.3 Austin, got second,
Yes.
and then flew over to Florida. And 6 days later, I did Ironman Florida.
And went 440 on the bike and 851.
Yeah, but I'm Dutch, and I love riding on flat courses. I think that's my strongest discipline, biking, and especially on a flat, windy course. So Ironman Florida is just a race that's like made for me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you also seem like you're realizing that you really thrive the more you race. You need to
Yes.
race a lot.
I'm a little race animal. Yes. You can see that my first race of the season is never that good. For this year, my first race was Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
And yeah, that wasn't like an amazing result. I got 5th, just a couple of seconds behind Heather Wordela. But that was like my first race to get out of my winter sleep. And then I did Ironman Melbourne 3 weeks later, and
Second.
that was already very good. Yeah. Yeah.
So you did Ironman Melbourne. I mean, you have done a ton of racing already in 2000. How many races have you done?
I did like 8 or 9 races
Already?
already.
This
a
is
lot
only
of,
July.
I just did 4 half distances in 8 weeks. So every second weekend I did a half distance, and I won 2, got second at Ironman 73 Mallorca, and third at Ironman 73 St. Pölten. So
Now,
I'm
is
doing good.
is that something that comes from Siri, that she feels you're better if you race more? Or is it just a combination, you and Siri?
No, I think it's just a combination. I just love racing, and especially like at the moment, I'm just doing so well, and I feel I'm in great shape, and I'm just so satisfied with my life, and I'm just so happy every single day. I just feel the only thing I feel is gratitude every single day. That's why I made a
I saw that, your tattoo.
Yeah,
gratitude on your wrist. And that's, you're just happy doing what you're doing.
I'm just so happy with what I'm doing, and I just feel that I'm recovering faster as well because of that. It's just
Because
the whole
you're happy all
balance
the
is
time.
whack, and I'm really, it's not exaggerated. I'm really happy every single day. I wake up and I can't wait to get out of bed and just start my training, and I just feel amazing, and I'm eating well, and I sleep 10 hours in a row. I just love life.
So this lion is, where does this guy usually live?
This one is in the Netherlands with my parents. I just
Okay.
did a half distance in the Netherlands and stayed with my parents for 3 weeks.
So you stole the lion.
So I took the line because they're coming here, and then they will take it back. So
Okay.
this was besides my bed for the last 3 weeks.
Oh, so mom and dad will be here watching.
Of course, my mom and dad are everywhere. Hawaii, everywhere, all over Europe. They follow me everywhere.
And they,
so-
after following it for so long, they know exactly where to be on the course?
Yes, they do. And my last half distance race in the Netherlands, they gave me my drinks, and they did everything. They were on the coach post everywhere. They're old. They're both 68, but they're still going well. So.
68, old. There you go. Yeah. Thanks for that. That's okay. That's okay. That's all right. Yeah,
No,
we're all
my
old. I'll
grandma-
hang out with your mom and dad. We can compare Social Security checks. That's good.
So, but yeah, the lion. I got 2. This one is in the Netherlands normally, and the
where's
other
the other
one
guy
is
live?
in Austria, where I live.
Okay.
I would love to have a third one. I will just go through all the pain on Sunday and think about the third lion, because I promised my homestay a third lion.
Oh, so if you get the third one, it goes to them?
Yes, I want
It'll
to
stay
give
in your
it to
homestay
them.
here.
Yeah.
Love that. So Chrissy Wellington has 9 sub-9s. Rebecca Keat has 5. And you and Paula Newby-Frazier, that's not a bad person to have company with, have 4. That is a very select group of folks to go sub-9 hours.
Yeah, I hope to get my 5th one this Sunday. That would be nice. My goal for Sunday is to get a new personal best.
Yes. And your personal best 8:45?
It's 8:45.
Okay, and you want to go sub 8:45.
Yes, I do.
Okay, and Chrissy's gone 8:19, so you take
That's out of my league.
What were you surprised when she retired? Another.
No, the difference, I think, when you look at all Chrissy's races, she went like till the max, like as fast as she should go. She got records after records, was racing with the guys. It was too much, I guess. You know,
Yeah.
when I did 4 half distance races in 8 weeks, but I only with one race I gave it 100%. All the others, I had a lot of energy in the tank left. And you know, why win with 10 minutes when you can win with 2 minutes?
Exactly.
At the end, the people will only know who won. Like Challenge Krijgkaal 5 weeks ago, I won that race. It was only like not even a minute before the second girl, but
Right.
who cares?
The win is a win.
The win is a win. Yeah.
Love that.
So I think racing with your head, you can race way longer. And I've been doing this sport for 13 years now.
How many?
and
13 years.
13 years, yes.
And how long do you want to go?
I want to do it as long as I love doing it. And when you do it clever, like not racing boys,
Yeah.
and just doing what you're capable of, and just keep your head in the game and not win by 10, 15 minutes, I think I can do it another 7 years maybe.
Love it.
I don't know. Yeah.
Well, hopefully we'll see number 3 Lion this weekend.
I would love to, yeah. I will give it my best. I have some other important things that are in my mind that I would really like want to do it for.
Yeah.
I'm busy with a good cause. I can't say anything about it yet. So
a double
yeah,
secret.
they will get 10% of my prize money as well.
Nice.
Yes, and I donated my last bike and my Rudy Projects wingspan, my helmet that fits to the bike, and some other stuff. So yeah, I will.
You've got a bigger cause
Yes.
going on. And your gratitude. Right there on your wrist. I love it. Let's bring Rainer back in. Again, this is Breakfast with Bob. We're here at Challenge Roth, and Rainer is going to take us out. Got to have an accordion player when you're in Germany with Breakfast with Bob. Again, Breakfast with Bob, the lovely Yvonne van Vlerken, who will be winning for the third time this weekend. Hold on, everyone. We will be right back.